Imagine this. You're hanging off the edge of a cliff. Below you are a hungry tiger waiting. Above you, another tiger stares you down. The only thing between you and the void is a vine you're clinging to for dear life. But right next to you, there's a single ripe, beautiful strawberry. Sounds strange, maybe even absurd. But this parable holds a truth so deep, it can change the way you experience life forever. We're all dangling between two tigers, the worries of the past and the uncertainties of the future. We're stuck in fear, regret, and stress, and in the middle of it all, moments of pure beauty and joy, moments sook. The strawberry in this story is not just a fruit, it's a symbol, a reminder to live in the present moment, to savor the now because it is all we truly have. In today's video, we'll explore this powerful Buddhist story, the strawberry moment. We'll discuss its meaning, how it connects to our lives, and most importantly, how you can start living more mindfully and appreciating every precious second. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at the present moment the same way again. Let's set the scene. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between mountains, there was a wise monk. He spent his days teaching mindfulness and the importance of living with awareness. His words were simple, but his wisdom ran deep. One day, while the monk was walking through a forest, he heard a rustling sound behind him. He turned to see something that made his heart race, a ferocious tiger. Its golden eyes locked onto him, and instantly he knew he had to run. The monk sprinted through the trees, the sound of the tiger's paws pounding the earth getting louder and louder. Up ahead, he saw a cliff. With no time to think, he leapt over the edge and grabbed onto a vine growing from the rock face. For a moment, the monk was safe. He dangled high above the ground with the tiger roaring at the cliff's edge. But then, as he looked down, his heart sank. Another tiger was pacing below, waiting for him to fall. Two tigers, one above, one below. To make matters worse, he noticed something else. A small mouse had appeared, and it began nibbling on the vine he was holding onto. The monk's situation seemed hopeless. Death loomed from every direction. But then something caught his eye. Growing out of the cliffside, just within reach, was a single strawberry. It was plump, red, and glistening in the sunlight. The monk, still holding onto the vine, reached out with his free hand, plucked the strawberry and took a bite. And in that moment, he smiled. This story might leave you with more questions than answers. Why did the monk smile? Why focus on a strawberry when his life was in danger? The answer lies in what the strawberry represents. You see, the monk didn't ignore his reality. He knew he was in danger, but he also knew that at that moment, there was nothing he could do about the tigers or the mouse. His future was uncertain, and worrying about it wouldn't change a thing. What he could do was focus on the beauty right in front of him, the strawberry. He saw it, he tasted it, and in that brief moment, he fully lived. This simple act of mindfulness, of appreciating what was right there in the now, gave him peace. The story teaches us a profound lesson. Life is always uncertain. The tigers of our lives, the past, the future, our fears, our regrets, will always exist. But so will the strawberries, the small, beautiful moments that make life worth living. The question is, are we noticing them? The beauty of the strawberry moment is its simplicity. It reminds us that life is happening now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. Think about your own life for a moment. How often do you find yourself replaying past mistakes, wishing you could change things, or worrying about a future that hasn't even happened yet? These thoughts are like the tigers, always chasing us, keeping us trapped in fear and stress. But while we're busy focusing on them, we miss the strawberries, the present moments that hold joy, peace, and beauty. Maybe it's the sound of laughter from your child, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the aroma of coffee in the morning. These are the strawberries of life, and they're all around us. Let's talk about those tigers, the past and the future. The past often traps us in a cycle of regret. We replay moments, conversations, and mistakes like a broken record. Why did I say that? I wish I had done things differently. these thoughts rob us of peace. They pull us backward into a time we can't change. And then there's the future. It's like staring into a foggy horizon full of unknowns. Thoughts of what if swirl through our minds. What if I fail? What if something goes wrong? What if I'm not ready? These fears drag us forward into a time that doesn't exist yet. When we live like this, stuck between past and future, life becomes a constant battle. It's exhausting, isn't it? It feels like we're always waiting for something to change, for something better to come along, for the perfect moment to arrive. But here's the truth. Life isn't happening in the past. It isn't happening in the future. Life is happening right now. The past is a memory. The future is a dream. The present is all we truly have. Let that sink in for a moment. Now that we understand the message behind the strawberry moment, how can we apply it to our own lives? How can we stop running from tigers and start savoring the strawberries? Here are some simple, practical ways to live more fully in the present moment. 1. Practice mindful breathing. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by thoughts of the past or future, pause and focus on your breath. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and feel the air fill your lungs. Then exhale slowly and feel yourself relax. Breathing connects you to the present. It's happening right now. It's simple, but powerful. 2. Savor the small moments. Every day, life offers you strawberries, the taste of your food, the beauty of nature, the sound of your favorite song. The next time you experience something simple and pleasant, pause, pay attention. Feel it. Don't just rush through it. For example, when you drink your morning coffee, don't just gulp it down while scrolling your phone. Instead, pause. Notice the aroma, the warmth, the taste. Appreciate it fully. This is mindfulness, being present with what's happening now. 3. Let go of what-ifs. Whenever you catch yourself worrying about the future or replaying the past, ask yourself, is this helping me right now? If the answer is no, let it go. Gently bring your focus back to the present. It's not always easy, but with practice you'll learn to quiet those tigers in your mind. 4. Start a gratitude practice. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on what you're grateful for. What were your strawberries today? Maybe it was a kind word from a friend, the sunset you noticed on your way home, or a delicious meal you shared with family. By focusing on what's good in the present, you train your mind to notice these moments more often. 5. Do one thing at a time. We live in a world of distractions. We're always multitasking, eating while working, watching TV while texting. But when we split our attention, we miss out on the fullness of life. Try this. When you're eating, just eat. When you're walking, just walk. When you're listening, really listen. Be fully present with whatever you're doing. These small practices might seem simple, but they can transform the way you experience life. Remember, you don't need to chase happiness. You just need to notice it, because happiness is already here in the present moment. The monk in our story faced a hopeless situation, 2 tigers above and below, and a mouse slowly cutting his lifeline. But instead of panicking, he chose to focus on the one thing he could enjoy in that moment, the strawberry. The lesson is clear. Life will always have its challenges, its uncertainties, and its struggles. The tigers will always be there. But so will the strawberries. The choice is yours. Will you let the tigers consume your thoughts? Or will you pause, notice the beauty around you, and savor the moment? Think about your life right now. What are the strawberries that you've been ignoring? Is it the laughter of your child? The gentle breeze on your face? The smile of a stranger? Today, I challenge you. Find one strawberry moment. Pause. Notice it. Appreciate it. And the next time you feel overwhelmed by the tigers of life, remember this story. Remember the monk, and remember that even amid the chaos, there is beauty to be found. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more stories and reflections that inspire mindfulness and inner peace, consider subscribing to this channel. Thank you for spending this time with me. Now go out there and find your strawberries.